I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada. Kinda laughed it off. Real funny, huh?
Yo, what is up, my big dick bros? It's your boy Garrett, and today we are going to be doing a life story. That's pretty much what this YouTube channel is going to be based around. I might do some other videos if you guys request them, but it's going to be mainly life stories. So if you like that kind of shit, subscribe right this second. I'm going to give you a few seconds to do that. So now that you guys have subscribed, we can get on with this story. So this story takes place back when I was about grade 7, and we had a substitute. And you guys know what happens when there's a substitute. You usually fuck around and piss the shit out of them. And so that's pretty much what we did. So it's like a normal day. We get to school, but we realize we get the substitute. So pretty much the whole class is like, yeah, and we're already like talking about doing all these stupid things like changing our names, like these little pranks that we thought would be hilarious and all that. So we start planning those things out, and so the class starts, and we, like grade 7, I don't know how it was for you guys, but we didn't change classes. It was just kind of like we would do one class all day, and it would be like the same teacher and stuff, which is kind of weird. Like, I understand there's lots of schools where it would be like grade 7, you just start moving into other classrooms, but that only started for like grade 8. Anyways, off topic. It's me and my friends. It was just me and Seth and Dalen, and we were pretty good friends, I guess. We would hang out like every day, but we were the only ones in the class, and we were like the troublemakers of the class, I guess you could say. And so the day starts, and we're all stoked about it, about the substitute teacher. And we start off small with changing names, and I think another one we did, we were like throwing paper at like anyone we could. We were just like, and like spitballs and all that, which was kind of funny, but yeah. And so eventually they started getting bigger and bigger, to the point where we decided to just ditch class. And we had never done this, so we thought it was pretty badass, and we we thought we were going to be the coolest kids around, skipping class and shit. So we come up with this big plan to skip class and not get caught. And so we come up with this plan where one of my friend Seth, like Dalen, he didn't want to do it because he didn't want to get in any trouble, but me and Seth, we had some pretty big balls, and we were going to do it. And so we decided that Seth was going to talk to the teacher and ask if he could go to the bathroom while I just snuck out because the teacher would be distracted. And so we do that. Seth asked the teacher, and I make it out of the class. Like, I thought I was going to get caught, but luckily I didn't. And so we make it in the hallway. It was pretty sick. And we're still pretty pumped about even making it out of the class. And so we just start doing laps because my school, it was like shaped like a square. And we just start doing laps around the school. And on about our third lap, I have to go take a piss. So we go to the bathroom, and he decides he has to take a piss too. You know, like when your friends, if you're walking and they're like, oh, I gotta go pee, and then instantly you're just like, oh yeah, me too, sure. And then so yeah, that's pretty much what it was. And we get there, we get to the bathroom, I start taking a piss, and Seth takes a piss, and he finishes his piss before me. And he goes to wash his hands, and all I hear is like this noise where he's like hitting something around, and I turn around after I finish, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then what he was doing is he took like the soap out of the soap dispenser, and he's like, look, you can do this. And I never knew that you could do that, so I was like, what? That's so cool. And then I'm like, I'm gonna do that like every day now. And so we were like, so what we do is I get this idea, and I'm like, hey, you know what? We should just smash this thing around and try and bust it open. And it doesn't look like there's that much soap in it. Like those things, if you ever look at them, like it doesn't look like there's much soap, but there's a shit ton of soap. So don't smash them. And but anyways, we smash it because we were retards, I guess. So that's so weird. But Anyways, off topic again. So we start smashing this thing around, and we're laughing, we're having a good time. We're smashing it on the counter and stuff. And then we start smashing it on the garbage can, and it was like a tin garbage can, so we were smashing on the side of that. And then what we did is we realized it wasn't breaking. So we put it on the ground, and we started, like, my buddy Seth, he started stomping on it. And he wasn't very heavy. I think he probably was only like 90 pounds. And he was stomping on it, and it wasn't breaking. So I'm like, hey, here, I got this, because I was probably like 30 pounds more than him. And so I started stomping on it, and then I'm like, whoa, wait. This might go over the walls and stuff. So why don't we just grab the garbage bag? So we grabbed the garbage bag, we put the soap in, we started stomping on it. Well, I did, and it took like 4 or 5 stomps, and then I did the biggest stomp I could do. Like, I jumped as high as I could, and I just pushed down with all my might, and it was the loudest noise you could ever hear. Honestly, my ears were ringing after. It was freaking terrible. And so this thing pops, obviously, and it was so loud. I don't understand how it could be so loud, but I guess it's because it was so thick. I guess, I don't know, probably. And sorry, I keep swallowing because I have a cold right now. And but anyways, so when it popped, as you guys probably guessed, plastic bags aren't that strong. It was like schools are pretty cheap when it comes to garbage bags and toilet paper and all that shit, which is gay as shit. And so it goes all over the wall, and if it would, just think about your room right now, and just look at the wall, and the wall in the bathroom was probably the same height, because it was pretty tall, it was a high ceiling, and it was to the roof, covering a wall, but the wall was probably only 3 feet wide, but still, I mean, it covered the whole wall, and the door beside it, which wasn't as tall, but still, it was plastered, and the floor, and it was a mess. And so we just start laughing our asses off. We just laugh like we were freaking high as shit. We were laughing so hard. And oh, just thinking back at it, it's just so funny. And we were laughing so hard, but eventually we realized that we were gonna get in big shit for this, because they would eventually realize that we skipped class, and they would see that something happened to the bathroom. And so we're like, oh shit, and we start panicking, we were getting pretty nervous about it. So we just go grab the shitty ass toilet paper that the school supplies, and we just take the whole roll and just unravel the whole thing and just throw it on the soap and start trying to wipe it up. And it didn't do that good of a job at all, and it was actually a terrible job. It just smudged it even more. It was so bad. And so what we did is we just ditched. We just totally left. We were like, know what? We're not having any part of this. And we're peacing. So we just walked back to class all smirky and stuff, because we just thought, well, actually, we might not even get caught for this. And we're so dumb. We were so dumb. And we just walk back to class. We go in. We wait till Mr. Rosari, that was the sub's name, Mr. Rosari. We wait till he was turned around, and we just walked back into the class and ran into our seats. And he didn't notice. He was actually really dumb. He was probably one of the dumbest teachers I've ever met. Honestly, it's retarded. And we get back to class, and we're giggling about it, and Dalen's like, yo, what'd you guys do? And we're like, we can't tell you. And then he's like, no, tell me. So we tell him. We tell him what happens. And so an hour goes by, and the principal walks into class, and we knew right away that she was there for us, and we were getting nervous. I was sweating bullets, honestly. I was so scared. But all she said was, if anyone knows about anything about the soap in the bathroom, just come let me know, please. And we were holding in our laugh, because then we realized that she didn't know it was us. And so that we waited for that, and she did that to every class, and we started telling everyone about it, which was the dumbest thing you can do. If you do something, don't tell people about it. It's just dumb. And so we tell people, and then we go home. Everything's good. We think we get away all breezy. Come back the next day, and the principal is waiting at the front door, and she gives you that look when you just know she's looking at you, and she just like does that finger thing where she's like it's like, come here. Yeah, and then she's like standing in front of the office because the office is like in the front doors. So she takes me in, tells me about it. She's like, I know you did it, and then I'm like, well, yeah, I did, sorry, because I'm like, I don't know, I'm just truthful when it comes to that kind of shit, because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to talk my way out of it, like, because she told me before this that she had multiple people tell her that it was me and the other guy, but apparently it wasn't actually, sorry, apparently it wasn't everyone, it was just my buddy Seth. Like, I'm not mad at him because the way that the teacher found out is because his dad was a teacher. So the principal, at the end of the day, he had to stay a little longer with his dad because his dad was like cleaning up his class or something. And she found out his dad just knew he was lying. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened, which kind of sucks. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe, my big dick bros. Have a good one.